It started with confusion. Not outrage, not excitement, just confusion. Someone scrolling late at night stopped mid-swipe. Their thumb hovered over the screen as they stared at an image they couldn't quite explain. It showed a strange creature, half familiar, half impossible. A shark wearing sneakers, standing upright, smiling for no reason. Below it were words that sounded Italian, but weren't. Not quite nonsense, not quite language. The caption didn't explain anything, and that was the problem. Or maybe the secret. People stared at it longer than they meant to. Their brains searched for meaning, pattern, context. There was none, at least not in the usual way. They laughed. Not because it was funny, but because their mind gave up trying. Within hours, similar images appeared. A pigeon in a business suit, a frog holding a violin, a potato with human eyes, gazing dramatically into the distance. Each image had a name. Each name sounded like it belonged somewhere, but nowhere specific. Comment sections exploded. What am I looking at? Why do I love this? My brain hurts. Send help. This cured my anxiety. No one could explain it. That made it stronger. The images were generated by artificial intelligence, but the humor wasn't artificial at all. It tapped into something ancient and human, the joy of absurdity, the relief of nonsense, the comfort of laughing without needing a reason. Psychologists noticed something interesting. These memes didn't demand attention, they invited surrender. In a world where everything asks to be optimized, understood, debated, or monetized, these images asked for nothing. They didn't sell. They didn't persuade. They didn't argue. They simply existed. People started calling it brain rot not as an insult but as a compliment. A break from thinking too hard. A vacation for the mind. Teachers noticed students bonding over them. Parents noticed kids laughing without screens filled with conflict. Artists noticed something even deeper. The memes were collaborative. Anyone could add to the universe. There were no rules, only vibes. Soon, characters returned again and again. They weren't copyrighted. They weren't owned. They belonged to everyone. Entire fictional worlds formed in comment sections. People debated the personalities of characters that had no official traits. Fan theories flourished. Storylines emerged out of thin air. One character became known as the anxious one, another as the wise fool, another as chaos incarnate. None of it was planned. That was the magic. As the trend spread across countries, the captions changed languages but kept the rhythm. The sounds of the words mattered more than their meaning. It was comedy without translation. Cultural experts pointed out that this kind of humor appears in times of collective exhaustion. When reality becomes overwhelming, people turn to playful nonsense not to escape, but to cope. And the internet, for once, agreed. Brands tried to join in. It didn't work. The moment someone tried to explain the joke, it died. The moment someone tried to sell it, people moved on. This wasn't a trend to consume. It was a moment to participate in. Parents asked, "Why do kids like this?" Kids shrugged. "It's just funny." That answer, simple as it was, carried wisdom. Not everything needs to be productive. Not everything needs a lesson. Sometimes laughter is enough. Eventually, as all trends do, it slowed. But something lingered. A reminder that creativity doesn't always come from planning. That connection doesn't always need logic. That sometimes joy is found where meaning refuses to stand still. And somewhere out there, a shark in sneakers kept smiling not because it meant something, but because it didn't have to.